The SEC has failed yet again. Hallelujah. Let's get this. What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘯𝘵𝘰𝘯𝘵, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So although I may get in trouble for saying this, who cares? The SEC has lost again. And this is actually kind of old news, but whatever, I'm telling you right now. The SEC has lost again with their lawsuit against Grayscale. They lost when they did a lawsuit with Coinbase, and they lost, and they're going to lose, when they're going to do this lawsuit against Richard Heart and Pulsechain and Hex ecosystem. Okay, so let's get into some articles that actually talk about it, that go into detail about it. So right here we have a headline that says, breaking, Grayscale wins SEC lawsuit for Bitcoin ETF review. Okay. The appeals court said the SEC's decision to reject Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF application was arbitrary and capricious in its ruling. So yes, an ETF is called an exchange traded fund, where it allows you to take a basket of different goods. In this case, it will be a basket of different Bitcoin cryptocurrency assets, but Bitcoin focused assets, put them in one basket, put them in one bundle, and then sell it out to the wider ecosystems where your pension funds and regular consumers, regular investors can buy these ETF, can buy these stocks. And the appeals court said that this is very arbitrary, aka random, and capricious, meaning it has no basis in anything. It means that it's sudden and random and has no real leverage or any real definition. Crypto asset manager Grayscale Investments has scored a major victory against the United States and Exchange Commission for its efforts to convert its over-the-counter Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, into a listed Bitcoin exchange traded fund. Yeah, so Grayscale already has a trust. You can already buy their stock in Grayscale, the company, but they want to come out with an ETF. They want to be able to trade directly with the cryptocurrency, with the Bitcoin itself, using an ETF, okay? So previously, the SEC rejected GBTC's application on grounds that the products were not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. Grayscale subsequently sued, and then the decision has been overturned. According to August 29th court filings, USC Court Appeal Circuit Judge 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕 ordered Grayscale's petition for review to be granted and the SEC's order to deny the GTPC's listing application be vacated. Okay. Previously, Judge Rao said that the SEC did not offer any explanation as to why Grayscale was in the wrong. However, the order does not guarantee the eventual listing of the Grayscale spot ETF. So yeah, so this is not a guarantee that we're going to have a Grayscale ETF, although now there's probably going to be a 90% chance, 95% chance, because the appeals court judge says that there's no legitimate reason why you're denying this, people. Just because it's dangerous doesn't mean that every other stock and bond is not dangerous. Bitcoin is a risk asset, just like every other currency, every other stock is a risk asset. You can buy stock in AMD, it may crash tomorrow. You can buy stock in Tesla, it may crash tomorrow. Same thing with Bitcoin, it may crash tomorrow. Although the likelihood of Bitcoin crashing is like the likelihood of gold crashing, because it's directly tied to math, is a direct hedge against traditional currency like the US dollar or like gold itself, actually. So Michael Pulsechain, CEO of Grayscale, said on X, formerly Twitter, that its legal team is actively reviewing the court opinion. Okay, so this is good. The DC Circuit ruled in favor of Grayscale in a lawsuit challenging the SEC decision to deny GPTC's conversion to an ETF. Very nice. Thank you, everyone who's been on this journey with us. So this is really cool. So this is really bad. This looks really bad for Gary Gensler. He's the king of these financial systems and everything. He's the head of the SEC and all that stuff. But when you keep losing to Coinbase, when you keep losing to Richard Heart, when you keep losing to Grayscale, horrible things happen. In fact, there was a story that once came out of a king that was a grumpy ruler who made ridiculous demands of his subjects, right? He forced them to wash his underwear every day. He forced them to wash his dirty socks every day. He even forced them to wash his condoms because he was such a cheap ass every day to reuse the same condoms, okay? He was this disgusting, gross king. Yes, they had condoms in the 1500s. He was so mean to them that he would often tell them that his poop is worth more than shiny diamonds and shiny gold, and his poop is worth more than his actual subjects, okay? So one day, his name is Grover, King Grover declared that everyone must bring him a cake that was made out of gold and was made out of jewels for his birthday. The poor villagers had no idea how they would ever be able to fulfill this order of the cake made of gold and riches because they were poor, and he would never give them any money, okay? So While they're scrambling and trying to figure it out, some of the villagers came up with a very clever idea. They decided to bake the cake and make it out of mud and rocks and filth from the village streets. Yes, these rocks were disgusting rocks, but they were also shining rocks. They were made out of fool's gold, stuff like that. Okay. On the king's birthday, they presented him with this muddy, disgusting fake jewelry cake. The King Grover was so greedy that he ate it so quickly he gobbled it up without even looking at the actual cake itself. And then his stomach immediately started to hurt. He immediately started to feel the sharp pains from the glass that was inside of the cake. And then when he took a shit, the next day he discovered that his poop was actually made out of shiny rocks and shiny gold, right? It was fool's gold, it was fake gold, but that's how he was able to learn his lesson. And I feel like 𝘰𝘰𝘰𝘳𝘺𝘰 is going through the same thing right now. He keeps trying to shut down these companies because he's being very greedy. He's saying that the US dollar must have all the power in the world. It must have more power than gold. It must have more power than math, right? Because Bitcoin is based off of math. He's saying that it's going to have much power than math. But this is going to backfire him. As we come with the appeals courts, these appeal judges are telling him that this is not possible. You should allow this to happen. He's forgetting that the United States is based 100% on money, okay? We are a nation that is built on freedom, number one, and we are built on money. We're built on gaining access, okay? We're built on the pursuit of happiness. And the one way that you can pursue happiness is to therefore gain much money. That's why I always say at the end of this thing, let's get this money, right? I'm here to make money from cryptocurrency. Yes, the technology is great. Yes, the technology is awesome. Yes, it gives us freedom and financial stability and the ability to do many different things like that. But I'm here to make you guys rich. I'm not going to deny that. I'm here for the money, moolah. Okay? So we need to continue to watch this. This is not a guarantee, like I said, that Bitcoin is going to actually have an ETF, but it just increases the chances to, 90%, 95% that is going to have a Bitcoin ETF. Is definitely going to come out before the halving. So probably maybe December, January, that's coming up. In fact, in January 2023, it was disclosed that DCG owes creditors over $3 billion and is considered a $500 million venture capital portfolio sale. Genesis Global owes $900 million alone to users of cryptocurrency exchanges Gemini's Earn portal. Okay, so this is another part of the fact that, and DGC is the digital currency group, right? So even though this is good in the long run, it still has a lot of problems. It's still a little bit dangerous, but the ETF is going to make the Bitcoin and the wider cryptocurrency ecosystem absolutely explode. And I cannot wait for this to happen. And I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.